Oh!
It's you!
Hey guys, it's Kim and welcome to my commentary for The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Yes, it's Notre Dame, not Notre Dame. And actually I have a bracelet that's the only thing, because of jingles, that I feel is on theme next to the bandana. I tried to kind of style it from memory like Esmeralda, like she has it a certain way. Unfortunately, I don't have my Esmeralda nightgown I used to have when I was a child, which would have been so on brand. But anyways, this movie is something I really enjoy. It has a very serious tone and I'm planning to explore the different things of like religiosity, pharisaical elements that are to it, and also just like having a good time. I love a lot of the songs. It's very nostalgic. I had a PC game. I have not seen this movie as much as I've seen other movies, so I'm not going to be like remembering everything exactly. Anyways, let's get into the commentary. So dramatic.
To the big bells as loud as the thunder, to the little bells
soft as a song.
the bells
of Notre Dame.
Who is this creature?
Who?
What is he?
What?
How did he come to be there?
How?
Hush!
Oh.
Clopin will tell you. It is a tale of a man and a monster. Will be spotted!
Hush, little one.
Like a trap!
Oh, dang! Yeah, they're like refugees, right?
It's Claude Frollo.
Riding up on his nightmare. It's black. It's ominous.
Please give us sanctuary!
Dude, you... Oh yeah, she dies on the steps. Oh man. He has no remorse. He does not care.
Stop! Cried the Archdeacon. You can claim that you haven't a qualm.
The way he's reading him right now, though. The stairs, bruh. They bore into your souls. Oh my gosh.
Frollo felt a twinge of fear for his immortal
soul.
Care for the child and raise it as your own.
It doesn't atone for what he did by doing that. And it's like he has deformities, like, and maybe a birth defect, but they just like see them as monstrous. It's ridiculous.
Who is the monster and who is the man?
Okay, entrance. Good job. Gargoyles aren't good, but he's so lonely that this is all he has to talk to.
The Festival of Fools.
Oh, they're fools, alright. I want to go to a festival like that, like a medieval festival. You know, I wouldn't want to time travel to that point, because hello, I'm brown, but...
Whomever are you talking to? And what are your friends made of?
But wait, what if he actually hallucinates them? Because he's so, like, isolated all the time that's psychologically proven, you know, to do that to you? What if they actually don't talk?
A is for
Abomination.
Abomination.
B is for
Blasphemy. F. Festival. Forget.
Freudian slip, you mean? F for Freudian slip?
When your heartless mother abandoned you as a child.
And then you lie to him about what would have happened? Mother Gothel, here we go.
World is cruel. World is wicked.
Okay, you got that right.
I am your only friend. I who keep you, teach you, feed you, dress you. I who look upon you without fear. How can I protect you, boy, unless you always stay in here, away?
Yeah, but you're really the one that he needs to be protected from, though. That's the irony.
Why invite their calumny and consternation?
I like the song, even though it's terrible.
And stay in here.
Safe behind these windows and these parapets of stone, gazing at the people down below me. All my life I watch them as I hide up here alone, hungry for the histories they show me.
One day my life will begin. I mean, I will say his home is pretty epic. Like a bell tower with all that ornate architecture and design. It's immaculate.
One day
Wait, isn't Belle there? Yes, she is. There she is, guys. I forgot they put her in this movie.
strolling by the sand, taste the morning,
Won't resent, won't despair, holding back. I won't care.
I
is Phoebus. Ooh, he's kind of attractive to me. Esmeralda!
Gypsies don't earn money.
Isn't it a slur to call them gypsy? Racism jumped out. The prejudice jumps out.
I know you have a lot on your mind right now.
Did you a favor cutting that mustache, honey. Is someone getting flogged? The heck? Like you hear that whip crack?
I have been taking care of the gypsies, one by one.
Like you're basically pulling a genocide. It is a genocide. You're no better than Hitler in that way, actually. That's not the power move you think it is.
Every man's a king and every king's a clown.
Whoa! That was cool. Oh, you saw the dogs walking the people? That's crazy.
Are you all right? No harm done. By the way, great mask.
Ooh, that hurts. That's his face. He's just so infatuated he doesn't even notice. Oh, and there he is riding up. We don't need you, sir. You could actually stay home and we would not care.
Look at that disgusting display.
Yes, sir.
Yes, he will gladly look at her. Oh my gosh, so stupid. She does the splits?
He's hideous.
He's just letting him go through because he's like seeing it as punishment for him. Quasimodo just thinks it's like they're celebrating him and like loving him.
I forbid it.
Oh yeah? Watch.
Silence!
Justice!
Huh.
The only fool I see is you.
Oh! Oh, that was hard. That was great. Wait, there's a guy in Tangled that actually looks like this dude. I wonder if that's also a reference.
I'm free. Dang it.
But yeah, I forgot to mention about how you should be very careful what you name your child because like calling him Quasimodo is basically speaking it over him, you know, which Frollo of course would do. Mine means something about being in the royal meadow or something like that, which I really like.
I'm sorry, Master. I will never disobey you again.
If it were like anyone else, I think like he's just disappointed as a parent. He is toxic. There she is. She's even doing the hunchback thing right now. What the heck?
You.
Easy. I just shaved this morning.
Tension, the banter, I love it.
You're not arresting me?
Not as long as you're in here. I can.
Claim sanctuary. Say it.
You will not touch her.
He just wants to be close to her, like legit. He just wants skinship.
And gypsies don't do well inside stone walls.
So sleazy. Oh.
It's you.
Praying is very important, but you can do it anywhere. You don't have to just do it within the church.
I don't know if you can hear me, or if you're even there. I don't know if you would listen to a gypsy's prayer. Yes, I know I'm just an outcast. I shouldn't speak to you. Still I see your face and wonder, were you once an outcast too?
Jesus was when he was on earth, even though he's the Son of God.
God help the outcasts, hungry from birth. Show them the mercy they don't find on earth. God help my people, we look to you still. God help the outcast, where nobody will.
I ask for wealth, I ask for fame, I ask for glory to shine on my name. I ask for love I can possess. I ask for God and His angels to bless me.
I ask for nothing, I can get by, but I know so many less lucky than I. God help the outcast children of God.
Look how she ate that.
Such a pretty shot. It's really visually stunning. He's swooning. Basically, to be a child of God, you would have to be born again of the incorruptible seed of the Word of God, which means you have received Christ as your Savior, which she has this misconception, which a lot of people have, is that the entire, human race is children of God, but you can't be unless you're born again of God.
Did you make all these things yourself?
Most of them.
DIY King. Going to set design.
Jean Marie, Anne Marie, Louise Marie. Triplets, you know.
I was gonna say, there's so many Maries. My middle name.
She likes you.
I bet the king himself doesn't have a view like this. I could stay up here forever.
You have to, kinda. You're under lockdown.
But you're not like other gypsies. They are evil.
That's just what you were taught by Frollo. He took you in because he was forced to.
You were kind and good and
And a gypsy. And maybe Frollo's wrong about the both of us.
He's wrong about everyone, and he's a hypocrite. The hypocrisy, love. Ooh.
Now I'm afraid.
It's like, seriously, Tangled getting around on the stinging building. He said, I can show you the world. I'm gonna show you all Paris.
I'm an international
Mannequin challenge, they invented it.
When you wear this woven band, you hold the city in your hand.
So it's like a map. No, wait, I think it catches the light or the starlight and then it leads him to the Court of Miracles, right? Oh gosh.
I didn't mean to trap her here, but it was the only way I could save her life. Now, will you put me down, please?
He's strong. But the thing is he works with Frollo, so you'd think he'd be trusting him because you trust Frollo at the moment.
I knew I'd never know that warm and loving glow, though I might wish with all my might.
Oh, it's so sad.
I dared to dream that she might even care for me, and as I ring these bells,
That's actually a very good drawing.
I swear it must be heaven's love.
I like the transitions they do with the parallels between Frollo's song and then Quasimodo's song. They've done it twice. This song is something else.
Beata Maria, you know I am a righteous man.
Righteous and in yourself is not righteousness.
You know I'm so much purer than the common, vulgar, weak, licentious crowd. Then tell me, Maria, why I see her dancing there, why her smoldering eyes still scorch my soul. This burning is turning me to sin.
Mr. Electric, send him to the principal's office and have him expelled!
It's not my fault.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not to blame.
Excuses.
Gypsy girl, the witch who set this flame.
You just want to find someone to blame.
Protect me, Maria. Let her fire sear my flesh and bone. Destroy Esmeralda, or else let her be mine and mine alone.
The gypsy has escaped.
Be mine or you will burn. God have mercy on her. God have mercy on me. She will be mine or she
He did all this for what? All this just because he couldn't basically hold himself back and have some self-control. He's willing to kill, arrest, prosecute, just anybody everywhere. Phoebus is not having it. You are pushing him to the edge.
I'm placing you and your family under house arrest.
You just want an excuse to do it anyway because you hate them. Wait, I think he sets it on fire.
Burn it.
Yeah.
What?
Come on, Phoebus. You're better than that. Yup.
Find the girl. If you have to burn the city to the ground.
Like, why are you so desperate? He really needs to get a hobby, I think.
He's wounded and a fugitive like me. He can't go on much longer. I knew he'd be safe here.
That's hard. He's wrestling with himself because he has feelings for her, and he's gonna see that she likes him.
Could use a drink. Ah!
Oh,
Yes!
pouring around in the wound.
It's like a 1470 Burgundy. Not a good year. Is it? Whenever we meet, I end up bleeding.
It's the sharp wit. That's why.
That arrow almost pierced your heart.
I'm not so sure it didn't.
Stupid Cupid. Right in front of him, though. It's like they have no regard for him as a human being in the room. They had to spell it out for us. His heart's broken. Wait, Frollo must be nearby. Yes! Oh my gosh. Oh, I thought he was about to like flick it onto the candle. That would have been so bad. What's this fire here? Oh, Frollo, you know, learn from the best.
I think you're hiding something.
So intense. Oh my gosh.
Gypsies are not capable of real love. Think of your mother.
Who he never met. He's just taking your word for it. If he asked the deacon, he'd know. That's foreshadowing. That's major foreshadowing.
I know where her hideout is. And tomorrow at dawn, I attack with 1,000 men.
He doesn't know that Quasimodo has a way of getting there.
Phoebus! Shh! Coming with you. Glad you changed your mind.
Dang, Batman. Chill.
He said that this will help us find her.
Great.
What is it?
Must be some sort of code.
It's a map.
I'm the map, 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 I'm the map!
Cheerful place.
Yeah, it's perfect for a Hallmark card.
Kinda makes you. Speaking of trouble.
What the heck? Oh, they're dressed up. I was like,
Maybe you've heard of a terrible place where the scoundrels of Paris collecting them there. Maybe you've heard of that mythical place called the Court of Miracles.
Hello, you're there. Any last words?
why do they always look like that, by the way? Like the curly hair or whatever.
Now that we've seen all the evidence. Wait, I object! I object! Quiet!
What kind of court is this?
Without his help, I would never have found my way here.
Nor would I.
Oh, dang. He told him on purpose to get him to lead them there. Wow. That was a bluff.
The time has come, Gypsy.
Even while she's about to get burned down, she's serving.
Choose me or the fire.
He straight up propositioning her even to the end, and she spat right in his face. Like, he wasn't right anyway. Imagine how many other people he's probably done this to. Like, he's fallen for this chicks, and he's like, you know, if you don't give yourself over to me, I'm gonna end your life. He could have done this to other people.
These chains aren't what's holding you back, Quasimodo.
Leave me alone.
After all, we're only made out of stone.
We just thought maybe you were made of something stronger.
Wow. Wow, this reminds me of Samson, crumbling the pillars, when he called upon God for his strength to come back after repenting. I would not mess with him. He looks so intense. Swinging into your DMs like... You almost crushed him right then. He saw his life flash before his eyes.
He has declared war on Notre Dame herself.
He does it like so daintily, like, I don't know. I'm sorry. Here comes the plane. Ooh, machine gun. The artillery.
I'm free, I'm free.
Yep. If you can't take the heat, stay out of the cathedral.
Esmeralda, wake up. You're safe now.
I'm genuinely trying to think what happened to her, because she didn't get knocked out. She was probably possibly as close to asphyxiating on the flames. You're like, let's get out of here. You can feel the awkward. Don't you dare.
The time has come to end your suffering forever.
Very Ellen Enchanted right there. You think you can overpower Quasimodo?
I should have known you'd risk your life to save that gypsy witch, just as your own mother died trying to save you.
What?
Now you tell it.
And he shall smite the wicked and plunge them into the fiery pit.
Yep, apparently that came to life right then, so they are really alive. That's one of the most gruesome deaths I've ever seen. Nice catch. He's like, alright, it's okay. Takes such a big person to be able to do that. Like, he is even putting them together, unifying them. Every kiss begins with Quasimodo. I was gonna say, y'all getting married in that? I mean, you're already wearing white, but you look kind of raggedy. Hand me down for the wedding, I guess. Don't stay hidden. People don't accept you. Hey, you don't need it anyway in the first place. It's always a child that's first to be brave. Although it's kind of like, I don't want you touching my face, but aw, that's sweet.
It is a riddle to guess if you can sing the bells of Notre Dame. What makes a monster and what makes a man?
Anyways, that was the Hunchback of Notre Dame commentary. I felt like there wasn't really many places for me to take it because it was like a very serious tone and I want to respect that. There's so many ironies and hypocrisy that is clearly expressed in his character with how he thinks he's righteous and at the same time he's the one that's actually persecuting people. And I learned that the whole human rights movement that would disallow for this kind of treatment wasn't even in existence during the time this movie takes place. So I said it was a genocide, and it is massacring a whole race of people, and which actually I found out was, I think it says Romanian, which is like a Indian race or so. Basically, it wasn't like a law in that way until after obviously Hitler, you know, committing Holocaust. To say relationship with God and not religion, because that is basically like this dry this is how it is, you know, confessing through a man and to a man instead of to God directly, and working through a man, and that's like the old way of doing things. That's not what stands now, and that's what the issue is. People are stuck in the past with the way things used to be. That's the whole point of the veil being torn down between God and man. That means you have a direct relationship with him through Jesus, so you don't have to go through a man in a confessional or anything like that. And then also just like believing that you can't have fun, you can't do this, you can't do that. There's rules, there's guidelines, there's laws, but it's not as dry and dead and stiff and restrictive as this is that we saw in him, which I said Pharisaical, because he acts like the Pharisees who believe they're hot stuff and they're all that in a bag of chips, but they have their stuff a mess, and how they believe they're righteous if they do follow rules, but it's not about that. That's not what makes you righteous. I definitely think it's not like my favorite movie as I watch it again. It is a very well done movie, but I don't think it's my favorite just because of different aspects to it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, if you can even enjoy a movie that's like this heavy, and I will see you all for my next commentary. Bye guys, it's Muzzle Around.